Good morning, Road Crew. Welcome to our stream. Welcome back. Hopefully y'all are doing well today. Hopefully you had a good day yesterday, just hanging out, chillaxing a little bit. About to open our 30-minute candle here for the 8:30, 8:45 session, or I guess 15-minute candle is what we're looking at. But yeah, it's looking like a little bit of a trade day. I don't know if you guys just saw that market recap or market radar on there, but it is looking like we're having a possible trade today. So we'll see what happens here in the next 30 minutes or so, or next 15 minutes or so. But yeah, welcome in. It looks like we got Crazy Granny in the chat. We got Terry. We got Spirit Makers here. So yeah, welcome guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for checking out the stream. Hopefully we'll be able to jump into more live trade today and see what we got. But yeah, looking a little promising, more promising than yesterday. Right above our daily resistance line that we have on here in red, and then we're kind of just sitting here. But we're gonna go ahead and get the chart ready for today and kind of see what happens. See if we can get anything. Just looking at it earlier, it looks like we're going to have a BTC and Ethereum trade today. We'll see how far we end up kind of trading them down. We're thinking probably target 2 for BTC, which is right around here somewhere, I think, when we were looking at it earlier. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and set it up, see what we got, and we'll head on over to Kubota.com to do that. If you guys haven't been here before, this is our website, Kubota.com. You want to head to that Market Radar tab. Normally we'll do the Operator Suite, but we're going to just go straight to Market Radar. Operator Suite, it's our older system that we used to use all the time, and it does have some more coins on it. So if you're looking to trade a few more coins maybe than these 3 main ones that we're looking at here, you're welcome to head to that Operator Suite and check those out. But it is a lot easier to use Market Radar, and we typically only trade these 3 coins. Really, you don't need to trade too many coins. It's better to kind of dive into a couple of them than to try to just get the whole lot of them. That's kind of what we found. So yeah, the Market Radar will just stick to the 3. But it does look like today we got a short for BTC, and we also got a short for ETH. BTC sitting at a 1.09% gap, and Ethereum sitting at a 1.57% gap. So trade for both of those. Now, the way that we're going to get the levels is actually a little bit easier than on the Operating Suite. You know, on the Operating Suite, you got to click the button. It'll move it down, and then you can go down to the bottom and copy the data for the indicator. Well, for the Market Radar, all we have to do is hit this data button, and it's copied there, and we can head back to our chart and throw it right into our indicator. These indicators are in our indicator tab. This one, it's not called this, I don't think, because this is our beta one that we've been testing. We have a couple different beta versions that we've been kind of throwing on there, but that is beta, so it won't be called that exactly, but it will work exactly the same. We'll open up settings, just paste the new level string in there, nice and easy. You got it all set up now, so you can see we got our daily support, our daily resistance up here in red. We got our breakout trigger here in the green, daily breakdown trigger here in purple, and then our daily resistance, our daily support, sorry, is way down here in blue. So this is where that gap is. So if you go ahead and measure from the breakdown trigger down to the daily support, that'll be our gap. So you can see we're off a little bit, but 1.08, pretty close. You got to be like pretty exact. There you go, 1.09. So right on the point there. You can do the same thing for the upside, obviously. But there is no upside trade today. The gap's too small at 0.21. So we're looking only really to the downside. We got a nice gap. We got all of our things forming down here around the downside position, so definitely looking for more of a downside day today as far as all of that goes. Also, to add on to that, we also got our other indicator on here that kind of throws these different levels. So you can see these are longer time frames zones that are right here, support and resistance zones, and typically what you see is price action will kind of gravitate towards those. So obviously if we did end up breaking to the upside, the only thing we really have to gravitate towards is this 71.2. If we break to the downside though, we got this one here in the blue, around 69,100-ish area to around 68,900. So just some good targets to kind of look for if you're going to the downside. We do have targets though on our website, so if we head back to converter.com, check out our BTC trade here, we can go head on over to the lock target button, and if you click on that, you can see this is our whole trade over here on the right. We do have an indicator that you can use to put this on your chart. I don't believe it's out yet. We might have put it out yesterday, I don't remember. But I don't believe it's out yet. So if you go ahead and copy this though, and head back to our trade here, we can go ahead and throw it in here. But like I said, I don't think this indicator's out. Works the same though. You just copy and then you paste it right here in this little button, and it'll throw the trade on there for you. So that's what our trade looks like today. You can see we got our stuff up here, entry here, and then you got target 1, target 2, and target 3. If we throw that on with a actual trade, we're looking at a 1-to-1 basically. The one thing is, depending on how it sets up, you more than likely could have your stop down a little bit, but the safest and least risky stop is going to be right there above the 30-minute range, and that's just kind of how the system works. But if you did end up taking it, I guess, with a little bit of a more tight stop, so say this is the breakthrough candle, we could take the trade kind of maybe more like this, depending on how the breakthrough works, but maybe it'd be more like this. So maybe like 1.5, I guess you could change. Yeah, you want to put your stop at the 30-minute high. You could put it at the low, but that's when it gets more risky, and it really depends on how the candle's set up. So if you're newer to trading or just looking to have maybe an easier system to trade, then you'll want to put it above the 30-minute high. Like I said, we got that Ethereum trade too, so we'll go set up this Ethereum chart while we're waiting for this candle to close. We got about another 5 minutes or so on that. So head on over to Ethereum. Looks like we got a nice little pump here on Ethereum. And we'll open up our market radar here again. And we got Ethereum, so if you all remember, all we have to do is go over here, hit the data button there, go back to our chart, and we can paste it right into our indicator here, just like that. And now we got all the lines set up on here, so you can see we've already come down, tapped it, we broke above the breakout zone here on the top, and then now we're kind of sitting back in the range. It's a pretty crazy predator candle actually right there. The predator is just this 8:15 or 8:30 to 8:45 candle, 15-minute candle. That's what we call the predator candle. It's actually the opening of the session that we're trying to trade, so first candle technically. So you want to see the close there, and then we want to see the breakdown below. Depending on which way you're trading, you want to see the breakdown either below or above the predator candle, as well as the corresponding either breakout or breakdown level. So if we're trying to go down, we'll want to see it break one below the predator candle's low, and then also below the breakdown level. So for Ethereum, it's going to be the same today, as long as we get it closed without dropping any farther. It'll be basically the same level. For Bitcoin, you can see we need to drop down just a little bit farther to get to close below. You could get aggressive and take it like if we break down here and close like right here, you could take it right there and then get it down. But the least risky way is to wait for it to break and close below both the breakdown and the predator line there. Ethereum's kind of similar though, so we'll go ahead and see what kind of trade we can throw on there. So we'll lock target. We're going to go over to copy the short key, and you can see there's no long one for today. That's just telling you that there's no long trade today. So we'll have both of them on here. Sometimes they'll both be populated because they both have a possibility of actually being able to trade. But you want to make sure that you click on the one that you actually are looking to trade. So we'll copy that one, and we're going to head back here to our chart, and we'll throw it on our chart. And that's going to be our trade for today. That stop is a little off. Pretty tight. Obviously, like we just said, you don't want to be taking a stop that tight. So you want to throw your stop either up here or right here under the 30-minute high, or 30-minute high or 30-minute low there. So that's the 30-minute low, and then or we can throw it up here on the 30-minute high. We'll just set ours up around there, and we'll take it to target 2. Ethereum is kind of going to run the same as Bitcoin. More than likely, it's going to continue down here to this daily support level. Possibly spike 2 to target 3, but we want to go to there. Spirit Maker says, gotta refresh the radar. Alright, we'll refresh the radar and get our new stuff here, so. Alright, got it scanning. Alright, there we go. Copy that to the HUD. We're going to go back here and throw it back into our thing. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, open up this and we'll throw the new short in there. There we go. So we got to stop up here, trade down, and we'll take it here at the daily support. And you could take it here at target 2. That's the safest bet. Target 2 is kind of just always the best trade. Basically, it's just the candle or the pull here if you take from top to bottom. That's typically... excuse me. That's where it's going to go, is target 2. Target 2 is actually a 1.1 or 1, I don't know how you say that, on the Fibonacci. So it's basically just 1-to-1 of this gap. So just really easy, I guess. All you have to think about is just that if you're going to break down, more than likely you're going to break down as far as the gap is wide down. Similar to like if you're going to draw a flag here on the chart, like say, obviously this is not really that great, but if we're going to draw this flag here and we're saying, oh, okay, we're going to break to the upside, the way that you draw the target for a flag is you grab the bottom of the move. You could go down here, but we're going to go here. And then you go to the top of the move, so something like that. And then you grab that flag and you take it and put it off of the, or grab the pole and put it off of the flag. So that's going to be our target technically for the flag. So if we were to continue and break out of this flag, that's where we'd go. That's just the basics of trading with a flag. And that's kind of how you tell the targets and stuff like that. So same thing works so with our system. So you're going to grab the pull, which is basically just the spread between the breakout and the breakdown. And then you're going to grab that pull and drop it down below. Either below the breakdown, I guess, or above the breakout, depending on which way you're trading. But for us today, it's going to be below, so we'll throw it below. And it's showing us down to target 2. And that's basically what I was saying, is just that target 2 is always going to be right there on that pole. So you don't have to worry too much about it. If you're going to take it down, it's going to go down to target 2, more than likely. It's not always perfect, obviously. No system is. Obviously, like I think, I don't know, 2 days ago we had the trade only went up to target 1, so it's not always that it's going to go down. It's just more than likely you're going to see that breakdown below just got our close here on the predator line. So we just got the close with really didn't move a whole bunch at all. Have a nice wick to the upside, a little bit of a wick to the downside. I'm kind of just sitting here on this 15,200 here on Bitcoin. We're looking to break down, so we'll need to get breakdown and it now close. So looking for a 9 o'clock close below our breakdown level and also below the predator low. Could you throw it on early? Technically, I guess. But you know, it's more risky, like I was saying. So you could be taking it like right now. So you could be jumping into it right here. But like I said, it is more risky. That's kind of our trade right there for the day. Something like that. We could throw it in there. The other cool thing that you can do, and obviously since our stop is, we wanted to move our stop down, this won't completely work, but what we can do is we can go back to our Kubota screen here, head into Bitcoin, and then I can actually click on them, but we might actually have to work on that. But you can actually grab the levels from over here. So if you see here on the long, there's these little copy buttons next to them, and you can click on those. Right now our Academy guide is kind of in the way though, so you're not able to click on those. So we might have to do a little work to move that out of the way for those, or maybe shift this over a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. And it could be maybe we'll switch screens here, see if we can get a little bit wider of a screen. Oh yeah. And so if we open up our screen here on our bigger monitor, you can go ahead and copy them there. So it depends on what monitor you're using, I guess. There might be a way that you can like scroll over too, so we'll throw it back on here. But yeah, you can just go ahead and copy them out of there and paste them into your exchange that you're looking to trade on. That makes it easy. You don't have to do a whole bunch of work on there. Yeah, getting a little bit of a breakdown here. It's looking like a nice little breakdown. It's a possibility we just continue down. Yeah, we're getting our breakdown here below the trigger. So now we just need that close. We're looking for that retrace back up to the predator line. And then we can jump in and take the trade down. That's similar for ETH, I'm sure. Oh, no. So one thing we have noticed in this, I guess if you're looking to trade this more, it's one thing you could be kind of watching yourself, is that whenever there's two trades, so say Bitcoin's firing, and well, we use today's example, so say Ethereum's firing as well, you want to be watching both of them. So as you see right now, you can see Bitcoin's kind of dropping and got a pretty good decent drop below, but Ethereum is still sitting well above and hasn't really had a nice drop down. And that's typically what you'll see. It's basically what we're saying is that it's just something we've noticed, and it's something that you gotta kind of watch out for, because Ethereum might be telling us that it's not time to drop yet. So sometimes, you know, you kind of just got to figure out which one's the front runner. So it's typically whichever one's going to move more. So Ethereum actually had a pretty decent candle wick there. Obviously Bitcoin did too, but Ethereum's is just so much wider around the areas. So it's a good indicator that possibly we're going to hang around here for a little bit. It's not to say you don't take the trade. So if we do get the trade below and the close, then it's possibly a continuation down. That's what we'll be looking to trade, obviously. But there is that thing, or you kind of just can watch out for this. So like you can see Ethereum's trying to flip long here, and Bitcoin's still fighting whether it should actually go up or not. So just something interesting we've noticed. Like I said, you're still taking the down trade if it closes below, but it's just something to kind of pay attention to and watch. Got another 10 minutes or so before we get that breakdown. No real trades on Solana today. It might do something similar, might even drop down, but our system is telling us to stay out. And as you can see on here, Solana's in a darker color compared to these two, so it's kind of like dulled out. That just means that there's not really a trade on it, and that's mostly just because this gap is actually not the right size. So you can see we got a 1.02. It's just not a big enough gap for Solana to tell us that it's actually going to break down. So we're not looking to take that one today. But yeah, BTC and Ethereum are both setting up today, so those are both the ones we're watching. If you guys do get confused by any of this, or I'm going too fast or anything, there are multiple videos here right in this Academy guide right here on the side. Just click that, it pops open, and you can go ahead and pick the video that you need to watch. So if you want to check out like how do I use the radar, you could watch this Master of the Radar. You can actually watch it right here too. You don't even have to go to YouTube. You can open it in YouTube if you want it to be a little bit maybe bigger screen or whatnot. But yeah, just click the watch button. You got yeah, just a couple of different videos kind of explaining some different things. Below the video, it tells you a little bit about it. Learn how to read the runway gap, identify primal zones versus death zones, how to use Cockpit to calculate your exact position size and risk. So that'd be Cockpit is what's inside the lock target button. And then you got one, how to copy the trade key and paste it into the Codebroto out-of-box indicator. So you can check out that one if you're having a hard time figuring out how to do that. And then this last one is all about the gaps and how to read them, how to understand them, stuff like that. We do also have a PDF that you can download right here. That kind of explains a lot of that as well. Looks like Ethereum is starting to show us a little bit of signs of breakdown here. Bitcoin's down there, starting to show us some nice signs. If we close right there, that'd be real nice. Set us up for that trade down. We'd be able to take the trade basically right when we get to close. That'd be nice for us. But we're just gonna have to continue and watch, see what happens here. Just watching for that trade to the downside. We got about 6 minutes before we get that close, so we're just kind of hanging out for another 6 minutes or so. So go ahead and throw any of those questions you have in the into the chat if you have any. We'll go ahead and answer any of those for you. The nice thing is with how Bitcoin's setting up today, it's a little bit slower, so Ethereum will have some time to actually be able to go over there and get in if it sets up this way. Yeah, this is the fun part about trading, I guess, is sitting around waiting to get in. It's actually a lot more fun when you're actually in the trade, hanging out. Waiting's always the worst part. All right, getting a little bit of a breakdown. Yeah, if this does set up, we can basically just throw a limit order right where our entry is here, and then if when price gets back up here, it'll get us in, and then we'll take that drop down. Limit orders are actually like a little cheaper on the exchanges, so it's a better way to do it. It's also easier to get in, honestly, because you kind of just well, okay, it's easier in a way. Obviously, it's harder. Whoops, didn't mean to open grass. It's harder because it's harder because like you actually have to know like where you want to get in and like know where price is going to come back to, but it's easier just because like you can kind of set it and forget it kind of thing. I mean, not completely, but you can just set it there, and then when it gets there, the bots will basically just buy in for you, so you don't have to worry about like trying to like click the button right at the right time or anything like that. But like I said too, they are cheaper, so if you do get filled with the limit order, even if you actually like put it on and then drag and drop, which is hard because you want to like, well, okay, that's not hard, but you want to be careful doing that, because when you drag and drop a limit order, whatever you put on that limit order, it's just going to add to it. So like, say we put our limit order on here, and then we're like, all right, well, I want to get in here, and so we drag and drop our limit order and fill us right here. It's going to get us in with like right there, and you're going to add on, like, say you're at $200 trade or $100 trade, you move down here, and that's like, oh, well, that's actually where you were at there at $100 is now 120 here, so for the same trade. So basically it'll just add on money, which, you know, sucks in a way. But yeah, we're waiting for that close. We got about another 2 minutes or so. See if we can get the close below the predator and below the breakdown line. And then we'll look for that continuation to target to. See how Ethereum's doing. Ethereum is still sitting up there. Interesting how it is sitting there, actually. We want to see this breakdown. See that breakdown start. It's good for us because Bitcoin's kind of holding right here at this level. Yeah, we'll see. We got another minute 30. See if we can get that close. Come back up, retest this, get us back in. Yeah, a little bit more. Come on, come on. $40 seconds, 39, 38. Got about another 30 seconds before we get that candle close, and we'll see what happens here. 20 seconds. Come on. Would be nice, you know, if we would just get in here after it closes, and then it just goes. Yeah, Ethereum is being weird. I do not get that. I don't get why it's doing that. I don't get why Ethereum is not falling. It's weird. Bitcoin is set up though. We got the close. So technically we could take this. See, the thing I'm worried about now is with how Ethereum's set up, it looks like we could possibly come up and hit us out. So getting back in. Yeah, with how Ethereum's set up, it's making me nervous about the stop. Want to see Ethereum kind of start to drop down here. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, we want to see the breakdown here. That's what we want to see. Yeah, maybe the trade is with the 30 minutes high, actually. We'll see. It is weird. Come on, Ethereum. What are you doing? Is Ethereum trying to break up today? There's no real trade up. Yeah, interesting. Want to see the breakdown here on Ethereum. Is Ethereum going to try to come up and hit its high here and then break down? Yeah, we're watching this thing. We need it to break down here if we're gonna. We need Ethereum really to start showing us that downward move. If it starts to show some downward pressure here, then we could get into our Bitcoin trade and take it down. Yeah, ETH and SOL can be indicators. That's what I was kind of saying. We've been noticing a lot is. One of them typically is something that is the one that kind of tells you where it's going to go. And oftentimes when our system says it's going to fire, so if the system says BTC is going to fire, let's say to the upside or either way, but we'll say to the upside for today. And then maybe SOL says it's going to fire as well. Then you want to kind of be watching SOL because that's the one that's going to tell you whether BTC is actually going to fire or if it's just kind of going to sit around. That's the case with Ethereum too. Right now Ethereum's telling us it wants to go up, possibly to try getting its daily resistance here. I don't know. There's no trade to the upside on Ethereum. Excuse me. Because that is one thing you got to watch out for. Let's say Bitcoin says, oh, we're going to go down, and maybe even Ethereum says we're going to go down, but it has an up trade. Then you'd want to be mindful of that just because if Ethereum does end up breaking to the upside, it could go up, and then you'd want to be taking that up trade, not the down trade. But obviously, we only have down trades for today for Ethereum and Bitcoin, so I'm pretty sure this is just more of a bear trap here coming up, get some people out of there, kicking people out of their trades, and then coming back down, and we'll break down from there. We're just gonna have to keep watching this though, keep an eye on it. If you're watching BTC too, because BTC could like start to pre-run this as well. More than likely though, Ethereum will show us that we're going to get that breakdown before Bitcoin does. And obviously it's already told us that we're gonna break down at some point today. It's just how soon is kind of what you got to be watching for. You know, patience is something you need when you're trading. Just kind of hanging around, waiting, watching, seeing what's happening with the charts. The only thing is you want to make sure you're not being overly patient, because you can get to a point where you're being so patient that you don't get to get into the trade, and then that's where it's an issue. But it's kind of like a learned thing. Like as you go, you'll learn how much patience you need to apply. Like if you're just starting, there's going to be times when you're so patient that you miss like a pretty nice trade, like really nice trade, I'm sure. And then there's going to be other times when you're like, when you jump into something and you're like, oh, shouldn't have done that. You know, and it's just part of learning. Yeah, BTC technically gave you the entry with the close below the thing. Technically, I guess you could be looking for the close below predator. So you could say no, it hasn't given us the entry as far as that goes. But I would most likely consider that an entry. But yeah, the least risky way to think about it, I guess, is you'd want that close below predator. But with how it did, we technically have an entry. Just watching it here, watching for Ethereum to break down. We want to see it break down here right now. Don't want to be holding here. Yeah. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. It's alright though. We're not in any rush. We can wait. We can wait for our trade to set up. And then we can get into it and make some money. We'll let them fool around for a little bit. Looks like I got some dirt on the top of my coffee lid here. Kind of nasty. Yep. Take the trade down. Nice and slow, nice and slow. We got a Bucky sticker here on our cup. Gotta represent Bucky's. It's like one of the best rest stops ever. Yeah, I haven't messed around with trigger entries too much, but you could put a trigger entry on here. Essentially, as like I said, I haven't really like messed around with them. If I was like really interested in it, I would probably like go test them. But essentially, what a trigger entry is whenever the price action gets below like your trigger, it'll enter. So the problem with limits is if I put a limit on like right now on BTC, it's going to enter me right where price action is, because it's basically like, oh, you get an even better entry right here if your limit's down here. So that's great and all, but the problem for me right now is maybe I don't want to enter this right now because I'm waiting for it to kind of come down and break below this line again. So what you can do though is you can throw a trigger on, and a trigger basically will wait for the price action to actually hit it either way. So like I said, limits are only good for, so if we're trading down, it's only good to have a limit if you're below that limit already. So if you're below the limit and you come back up and hit it, then you'll get in and it'll go down. But if you put a limit on right now, when it's above, it'll just enter you in. If you put a trigger on though, it'll keep you out until price comes back down and hits it, or if it's below and it comes back up and hits it. Either way, the trigger will wait until it's kind of triggered, I guess you could say. So that's what Sphere Maker's talking about there. But you could use that. Like I said, I haven't really used a trigger. Maybe I tried it once, but honestly, I just haven't really gotten into using them. I don't know. I prefer to kind of like sit and like jump in when I want to jump in. So you could use one. I would just say maybe be careful. Maybe even do it a couple times on a demo account just to see like one, like how it works, how you want to use it. Maybe there's like little things you kind of want to do when you're using it, like maybe you need to like throw it a little bit below the line, or I don't know, like there could be a whole bunch of different things you want to use. And maybe it's even you throw it on like later than you want to, because you want to make sure price is already kind of heading that way before you throw it on, or I don't know, it's just different things. And then also you just kind of want to like teach yourself about it. Like obviously if you have one of those on and price starts going towards it, but you're like, oh, it's just going to bounce here or whatever, you want to like remember to take it off and stuff like that. So I don't know, up to you, like I said. But as for me, I don't really use them. Me and Sphere Maker actually have kind of talked about using, trying them out, seeing how they work on the system, but as of right now, not really. We don't really use them. Got about another 2 minutes for this candle close. I'm kind of waiting for like Ethereum to push up, hit that daily resistance, and then break down. That's what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen. There's a possibility it's already kind of topped out right there where it kind of hit. Like this is pretty close to that daily resistance, so maybe that's the end of it. I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it as it goes. Doesn't look like our stop would be hit out here on Bitcoin if we had gotten in already. That's why I was saying though, if you take that 30-minute low, it is a little more risky, obviously, because you can come up and get hit out. Always safer to trade with your stop above the 30-minute high. And you know, we could still get out on that one too. That's just kind of it's kind of how it is. I don't know, you have to let me know in the comments. Do you all use trigger entries? You ever used them? Maybe even what do you think about them? You guys like them, or you guys think they're stupid? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really used them, so I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not. Maybe some of y'all are like, oh, that's all I do is trade those trigger entries. That's all. Don't ever do anything but use trigger entries. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I have not really used those, so who knows? Got another 23 seconds, 20 seconds or so. Get the close on Ethereum, see if we start to get that breakdown here. Maybe we're just waiting for a close up here in like right on this zone. This hat's like a fitted hat. And like sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's like, oh, too tight. I like my hats to be like somewhat loose. Alright, here we go. Maybe we're gonna come up and hit this. Oh man, okay, that's not good. All right, Ethereum, what are we doing? We're gonna continue up. All right, Ethereum. I guess we're just gonna sit up here for a minute. Thought we were gonna just hit it and then break down, but I guess we're gonna continue up. BTC right on that 30-minute high. Yeah, interesting. It would be interesting if Ethereum broke out today because it is not set up for that. Possibility, I guess, is there. But more than likely, I don't think we're gonna take that. Yeah, here we go. Bitcoin's fallen off of that pretty hard. So I wonder if Ethereum's gonna continue with it or if Ethereum's gonna keep pushing the market. Yeah, here we go. Bitcoin's falling off hard, so either Ethereum's going to take it and we're going to have a little bull run here with Ethereum, or Bitcoin's going to start yanking this thing around. I don't know. It's how they play out, and they're just kind of weird like that. Like, I don't get why Ethereum's doing this. Kind of weird, but like I said, we're just waiting for it to get that breakdown here down into the thing. We don't want to be jumping in, and it does look like Bitcoin's going to try to pull this thing down. Honestly, all we want to see really is for Ethereum, we want to see it close below the breakout line there. Want to see Bitcoin break this 21, continue downwards. Want to see Ethereum come down and break its 21 too, but that could be in a little bit. Honestly, Bitcoin could start yanking it down, and then we'll see that break. That's what we're waiting for. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's get that breakdown. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. That almost hit the stop. Yeah. Yeah. Got up there. Sometimes it's like that, you know. That's why you gotta set the stuff up. And obviously, you know, my stuff was right here, technically, when I said we were looking at taking it. So, I mean, you could say we didn't get in, but we're talking more about the system. And, you know, I wouldn't... Personally, I haven't even, like, gotten into this yet. So, I'm not... Like Ethereum, I was a little worried about, honestly, as I saw it starting to like hold and then continue to break up. But now I'm feeling a little more confident about it. It's looking nicer. You can see Bitcoin's starting to get that breakdown, actually shoving Ethereum down with it. So Bitcoin basically just took control of the market. So once we get the breakdown here, that'll be kind of just the entry time to jump into this trade. And I think Ethereum's going to follow suit here if once we see Bitcoin start to get that breakdown. No, definitely not 100% guarantee. Our system, we've been kind of back testing it as we go. Last month, well, I wouldn't say back testing. We back tested this a ton. The win rate was about 80% on the back tests, and then Last month we ran like a full basically like research on it, I guess. Like we like actually ran the system. We were off a little bit, but even with being off, maybe taking a couple that were like screwed up a little bit, we still hit that 80% win rate actually on like a live account system. So we're thinking that the 80% is pretty good, especially with the fact that well, yeah, like last month was pretty junky, really. So, as far as in terms of like how the market was actually like setting up and looking, it was pretty nasty market, really. So hitting an 80% win rate that time is pretty good. And then this month we're actually setting up like tracker basically to track the trades almost perfectly. So, yeah, I mean it could be even better than that. We'll see. Oops. All right, there we go. We're looking at the entry right now. Obviously, you want to see the close here below the predator line, but that's kind of what's setting up right now. Yep, just continue to watch this trade. Seeing for that breakdown, we got about another 7 minutes before the close here. We're watching for Ethereum to break down. We want to see it break that 21 here and continue down. Yep, watching this trade to break down. We're watching for Ethereum to continue down as well. We really want to see Ethereum kind of stay where it's at. Maybe close below the 30-minute range, or even there is good, just below this breakout line. And then we'll continue down. And then we'll be looking for that Ethereum trade as well. But yeah, we're waiting for Bitcoin to break down, get a set close, and then we can go ahead and look at taking that trade to the downside. It's just a matter of time, you know. Got about 6 minutes before the close. More than likely, we'll probably have to end the stream before this trade plays out, unless we see some nice volatility coming here at 9:30. But yeah, as of right now, I don't know. We'll see. Want to at least, like, I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin now. We're retracing here on Bitcoin. Ethereum's holding here pretty well actually on the down trade, so we're looking for Bitcoin to continue taking us down too. Want to see that breakdown happen. Come on, Bitcoin. Really want to get a close below the predator. We could wait here a little bit though before we get that close. Could be a while. And I think once we get the close below, or like once we break below, we could see a spike too. I really want to just see Bitcoin close below that 21. We don't want to see it hold above that thing. Ethereum's actually showing some promise here with holding. It's holding down below that 30-minute range that I was talking about. It's even pushing down a little bit, even though Bitcoin's kind of retracing itself. So really overall looking good for the trade. Whenever we can get in, or I guess if you're already in, it's looking good for you. Could pull back a little bit more, I guess, before we go down, but it is looking good for the breakdown here. Looks like Spirit Maker's in the BTC trade. Nice. Nice. Taking the trade down. You know what we need? We need an emoji to help us push this thing down into our zone. Come on, right above the 21. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Push him down. Push him down. Close below the 200. Come on. Oh yeah. See guys, the emoji always works. Every time. Alright, even better if we could close below this predator line. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I gotta let that cook it. Let it cook. Come on, Bitcoin, don't play with us. Break down, break down. Come on. Let's go, ETH. Oh yeah, below the 21. Nice. We want to see that close in a minute, ETH. Yeah, that's it. We need a little bit farther. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bitcoin push down a little bit farther and a little bit harder. Ethereum's same thing. We could get below the 30-minute low. Oh, yeah. Then we'll be looking at taking an actual Ethereum trade. We'll be looking at taking this trade if we get the close below here. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Get Bitcoin below. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. Want to get a little bit lower. Got another minute. We don't want to see that retrace. Come on, Bitcoin. We want to see you break it. Break it. Oh, come on, Bitcoin. Don't you do this. We got a minute. Push yourself down. See, this is why you always use the emoji. It helps with the motion, helps with pushing the chart down. It tells the market makers they actually want it to go down. I don't know if you guys know that, but emojis are how the market makers communicate. So when you throw one on your chart, it's like just telling them that you want it to go down. All right, yeah, let's go. We got the cross below. Oh, man, right as I say that. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Come on, Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum's pushing us. Yeah, 12 seconds. We're going to get to close below. Come on. Come on, 5 seconds. Get another little push. Ooh. Come on, push us down. Oh, didn't get to close quite, oof, right on the predator line. Interesting. It's looking like we're going to break down here, though. So we're looking for that continuation down. Ethereum, same thing. We got the close below the 21, which is great for Ethereum. Now we also got below the 30-minute low. So we're looking to continue down here on Ethereum. We'll have to watch as it goes. But that's what we're hoping for. Keep this emoji here. Right there, I guess. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Not too much more going on. As far as stream, just kind of watching the chart, watching the breakdown. Looking for that continuation downwards, down to our resistance line there. Or no, support. We're looking for the trade down to the support. We want to trade all the way down to that blue line here, this little dashed blue line. That's what we want to take the trade down to. And here we go, here we go. Come on, Bitcoin, get the breakdown. And now we just need Ethereum. We're watching for Ethereum. We can get this trade here in another 13 minutes or so. So we want to see that continuation. We need to see Bitcoin close here. If we close below this line, that'll be good for us for the trade. And also, like, actual close below the predator would also be solid. Like I said, if you're really particular about that, you want to wait, and you'd wait to get in until you get the close here on this candle. You could have jumped in there, I guess, as well. Yeah, watching this breakdown. Got our emoji there. It's going to keep us from going back up too much. And yeah, ETH is on fire. We're breaking down here. Let's go. 12 minutes. 12 minutes, boys, and we can get into ETH. Alright. Get another drink of Bucky's coffee. If you guys don't know what Bucky's is, you guys should look it up. It's basically like this massive truck stop in Texas that everybody's like obsessed with. It's one of those things though, like, you won't know why people like it until you've gone to one. Like, it makes zero sense that people like it. They actually do have like the cleanest bathrooms ever though. And they're massive too. Well, I guess most of them. Some of them I've been to are smaller, but even still, they're huge. Even the small ones are pretty big. Yeah, a road trip to Texas just to try out a Buc-ee's. They actually have a bunch of locations too in Texas, and there's a couple in some different states, but I don't know. Texans are pretty particular about which ones are good. Like, actually, they built one in, I want to say it was Oklahoma. I don't remember. But it was the biggest one. And Texans were so mad that they actually had to build a bigger one in Texas. So then they so just kind of funny. But yeah, now I think the biggest one is done. I don't remember, but yeah, they're looking at, or it's either done or they're working on finishing it. The biggest one in Texas. The biggest one like is now in Texas. Yeah, Ethereum's looking nice here. Look at it here. Yeah, we're looking at taking ETH right here after you get to close. Oh yeah, let's go. Come on, Bitcoin, drop down. Yeah. Come on, it's at Bitcoin. Come on, Ethereum. Let's go. Let's go. Want to see that breakdown here. Come on, boys. We want to see the breakdown here. Let's go. Come on, ETH. We got to get break below this 200. Honestly, though, we want to see the close just below the breakdown first. So on Ethereum. Looking nice on BTC, though. We want to see the break of this candle wick. But honestly, a close here. Perfect. Continuation downwards. Like to see it. Like to see it. Like to see it. Boom. Come on, boys. We gotta get a little bit more of a breakdown. A little bit more. We got both trades looking to take us down. Come on. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Ethereum breaking down. Bitcoin breaking down. Looking for that continuation downwards. Man, I gotta be honest, I was a little nervous as we were coming up to this zone up here. I thought we were gonna come up and hit us into our hit our stop there. Not that, you know, you couldn't take it again, I guess, as it broke down, but I don't know, like, just weird. The system technically would have gotten out right there, so I don't know. Nice to see though. Let's go. Continue to break down. Come on, Ethereum. We got to close below this 200 at least. Come on. A little bit more of a drop. Don't go back up. Got to move our emoji down. That's the issue. Maybe we got to throw an emoji here on Ethereum. Yeah, at least keep us below this predator line emoji. Sphere Maker said he's eating some steak and lobster tonight. Oh yeah. Let's go. Come on, Ethereum. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's go. Continue down. Looking for that breakdown. Oh yeah, we're liking this, Ethereum. We're liking this. We want that close below the 200. It's going to tell us we'll continue downwards. Another 5 minutes on this candle. Looking to continue. Looking to continue. We're almost out of coffee, guys. We got about one more sip. I actually don't even know if I'm going to drink it because it's kind of that bottom of the barrel I was talking about a while ago. I just don't like the weird whatever's at the bottom. Sometimes you get weird stuff at the bottom. I don't know what it's from. But that's why I just don't want to drink it. I don't know what it is. Good thing though we got some water. You gotta hydrate, you know. After you drink some coffee, coffee dehydrates you, so you gotta drink some water. Gotta watch out too, because coffee is a natural diuretic, so drink coffee at the wrong time. Whew. Gotta be careful. Oh yeah, a little bit more of a drop here. We're watching Bitcoin. We got a little bit more on Sol. We got another 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so. We get a close here on Sol below. Oop, that's Solana, and that's grass. Get a close here below our 200 on Sol. That'll be good. Oop, didn't mean to do that. If you guys haven't used grass before, somebody recommended me recommended it to me. It's like you basically like mine it by like using your they actually have it on your phone too now, so I guess it's whatever device. But you like get an account and then you mine it as you like use your device. It doesn't really like slow down your device or anything, at least from what I've noticed, so I don't know. I don't know. I honestly haven't like done a ton of research on it. I think they pay out. I know they pay out in their coins, or they're at least going to you like amass it through the seasons or whatever you want to call it, and then you like get some back. I don't think I've actually taken any out though yet. I don't know if you have to wait or not. We're looking for that target too. Come on. Got another 50 seconds or left. Yeah, the guy that they got me into it, he does it all the time too. I honestly have no idea what. Like, I guess I need to look into it more to figure it out. Come on, a little bit more of a breakdown. Come on, Ethereum, we want to close below this 200. 9 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh yeah, 3. Oh, come on. I guess we won't close below. It's alright though, we just need to continue down here. Continue with Bitcoin. Oh yeah, looking nice, looking nice. There's our close below on Ethereum. So technically this is the entry is like this with your stop. Yeah, right there. So Time to jump in. That's the entry. You could limit order it right there, something like that. Will it come up and get you? Maybe. I don't know. I would be more looking at taking it right there. We're right on the 200. If we start to break up, it would make me a little nervous, I guess. So I'd rather think we're going to continue to break this 200 and continue down there. We'll see as we kind of get into it, though. All right, maybe Ethereum will come up and get you a little bit. We want to see Bitcoin break down here. We want to see that continuation down even farther. Should see Ethereum break down here too. Ethereum really wants to push up today though. Any chance it gets it, pushes up pretty hard, pretty fast. So we're looking for Bitcoin to push us down into the trade. We'll watch this till 10. If it doesn't happen by 10, we'll just be we'll jump off the live. Let you guys kind of watch it throughout the day. I'm guessing we'll probably have it by 10. I guess there's a possibility we don't. Possibility, I guess anything could happen. We could come up, take us out right here too. But we're looking to continue this down. Oh yeah, got to close below both Predator and the other line though. So on Ethereum, we're looking nice. Bitcoin's looking nice too. We got our emoji on there. He's keeping us down for now, at least. Sometimes, you know, the market makers, they just don't like that you threw an emoji on there, so they come up and like try to smack him in the face with one of the candles. Looking nice for Bitcoin. Ethereum just being a butt. Come on, Ethereum. Let's go. Break down below the line. We want to see the break below that 200. We don't want to see you sitting there. For those of you who don't know, just a little bit of TA advice or a tip, I guess. But the 200 and the well, any of the moving averages really are all support and resistances. So basically they're just like the lines that we've kind of drawn in here. So like I was saying, this is a daily support. The 200 is technically a support as well. Well, now it's a resistance. It's above price action, but it's a support or resistance as well. So it moves though based off of, because it's based off of the last 200 candles and the average of those. So that's why it kind of like moves and looks like more of a flowy line, is because it's each time that a new candle forms, it puts another tick on the 200 and it takes that candle back 200 and then it averages them all out, and that's where that line sits. So when you look at it, that's what you're looking at it as. It's a resistance or a support line. Right now it's resistance because we're above price action, but it'd be support if we're below it, or if the 200 is below it. All right, come on Bitcoin. We want to get our trade in before 10 o'clock. Let's go. Before 10, come on. Let's go, come on. This is looking like a nice little trade. Even Baxter's coming in to say hi on the stream. Let's go. Let's go. We got to put our emoji right above the 200 here. He's got to stay below. So I don't know why the emojis go behind the candlesticks. I mean, I guess it's nice if you want to look at them. There's probably a setting I could change if I really cared, I guess. Well, this one doesn't. I don't know. I guess I have this chart set up differently, maybe. Oh, you know what it is? There we go. You gotta change the order in the object tree. That's what it is. Because on this one, my Bitcoin like candlesticks are like way down here. I don't know why you can take the candlesticks off the chart. No, it's kind of like the main part of the chart, you know, like if you just take those off, you're looking at nothing. Funny thing, I guess, if you wanted to mess with somebody, get access to their computer, you just go in and hide their candlesticks. No, we don't need to cash. Well, yeah, I want to cash out before 10, but we don't have to cash out before 10. We could wait. We're just waiting for it to break down. We want to be watching it. I'm thinking we hit target 2, but I'm watching it right here at this resistance. That's what I'm going to be doing, because what could end up happening is we could break down, hit this, and then bounce back up. I'll be watching Ethereum as well on there. I think also it's a possibility that, and I'm not going to be pulling Bitcoin. I'm going to pull Bitcoin here or here, either way. But Ethereum could continue the run down. And Ethereum could come down and hit its support here as well. So that's where I have the trade kind of set on Ethereum. But it's definitely, you know, something to watch. Come on, Bitcoin. Don't play with us. We want to get the trade in. Whoop. We want to get the trade in. We want to get the trade in. Run this thing down. Now, we don't have to get out at 10, though. No reason. I'm just saying 10 because I want to get it done during the stream. Let's go. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. A little bit more of a drop. It's not that far. It's only, what, 69 to... Oh my gosh, it's only like $400. Come on, Bitcoin, you can do it. Ethereum's the same, come on. You'd move like $10 down. No, 20 something dollars down. $23? Something like that. Come on, Ethereum. Bitcoin, yeah, let's go. Come on, Bitcoin, keep dropping. Gotta move our emoji down to here. Move our emojis down a little bit. Maybe that'll help us push down. Come on, let's go. Come on. Push it, Bitcoin, push it. All right, I'm watching this thing because if we get that spike down, like I said, we want to see it break down into here. If we don't, boop, boop, we'll get out. Boop, boop, boop. Oh man, come on, Bitcoin. Let's go. Move your butt. Come on, Bitcoin. We want to get out of this trade. We don't want to be sitting around here all day. What is this at? 69,213. Spirit Maker said he feels bad that for people that tried to trade that bull flag. Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, that's why we don't trade flags. It just happens like that sometimes. I don't know why. Flags are not... I mean, you know, you can get good at anything. You can trade however there. You can trade however, but... I don't know how people do flags and stuff. Patterns. And you know, like we use them in our TA, like we'll be like, oh yeah, this is making a whatever pattern, but I wouldn't like pick a trade off of it though. I mean, it's a nice addition, you know, like, oh yeah, we're making a head and shoulders, and then the trade also full system is setting up. So obviously we're going to take the trade down, but it's not because of the head and shoulders, it's because the system's setting up. So I don't know how people take those, but yeah, they're paying us today. That's right. We're getting paid out by them today. We're taking them down. Taking them down. Down. Let's go. Come on. We got a little bit more. We got 4 minutes. Come on, Bitcoin. Push us down. Every time I move the emojis, it seems to push it down a little bit more. See, but now I'm going to be talking about it. Probably start pushing back up on me. Come on. Come on, Ethereum. You can push down harder than that. We want to see that full-on drop down. Come on. Let's go. Just one hard drop and we can get out. Don't like these kind of wicks. I want to see it filled. I want to see the drop. I want to see all these wicks get filled and take us down. Seeing some resistance here, I guess, at this level. Kind of came down, hit it there, came back up, and then came down and retested it. Now we're not coming up as far, so that's good, but seeing some resistance for sure there. And that's what this is a support level, so it makes sense. Yep, we're supporting the Bears today. Got the Bears logo on. Woo! Got the Baylor Bears hat on. Unfortunately, you know, it is green, so kind of throws people off, I guess, a little bit, but it's green. It's got the Baylor Bears, because we're looking for the Bear trade. I actually just throw on a hat, but it's actually like the second time I think we took in a short when I've been wearing this hat on the stream, so kind of funny. Got Baxter in here hanging out. He's waiting for us to go down. He wants another bone. Come on. Break down, Bitcoin. At least close below target 1. I mean, don't push back up on us. Whoops, I just clicked on the 1 hour on Bitcoin. Come on. You know, this might be a little slow trade today too. Maybe that's what it's telling us. I thought we were going to get a nice quick drop down move, but maybe not. Got another minute or so left in this candle. 1 minute to win it, Bitcoin. What's up, Diesel? One minute to win it. Come on, Bitcoin, not to win upwards, we're winning downwards. Break us down. Come on, Bitcoin. That cannot be it. That was not the trade. Gotta continue downwards. Come on. Oh man, what was that wick? What was that candle? Oh my gosh. Come on, Bitcoin. Need a little, maybe it needs a little rest. I don't know, we're going to be watching this the rest of the day. We'll let you guys know how it pans out. But that was the end of the stream, so thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the stream. Hopefully y'all ready to catch us next week on Tuesday. We'll be live again at 8:30, 8:30 Central Standard Time. So don't know what time that is for y'all, but you could just ask AI, I guess, if you're not sure. But yeah, 8:30 Central Standard Time. We'll be on here. We'll be looking at the charts. We'll be jumping in, seeing what we can't take. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day. And yeah, hopefully y'all have a good trade, honestly. So happy trading to y'all. Don't forget to catch that video coming out at 10. We'll be going over some TA and stuff like that. And then yeah, just like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Really helps the channel grow, helps us get to more people, show more people our system, and hopefully lead more people to some financial freedom. But yeah, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all next time.